Hello, hello. It's Prince Easy coming at you. What's up, Walt? What's up, Zion? And well, as usual, we have a couple slides with me that I want to share with you. Okay, so let's get to them. First of all, I had to do it to ITV. Right? I had to do it to. And of course, I think this is the realization that people have to wake up to. That there is something seriously wrong with the world, and it is highly connected to who rules over everything. All right, and nations as a whole have been put on scales, right? And the only way to change this reality is to accept that it is the reality that has become, and most importantly, find ways to change it, because that's the power that we have, and that's the power that they want to take away using all of this newfound care for children, right? That's what they want to take from you. So persist, connect with each other, right? Inform each other about everything. So this could be a big deal. It is a big deal, right? It could stimulate whole markets, whole new markets. Talking in accessories and basically tech in general, right? And of course, the logistics, right? They help with the logistics between us and the other guys. So this is good business here, right? So found this out. This makes sense, right? If one thing, say, the continental Africans have somewhat not lost everything. Let's just say that, right? So people are waking up, and I think this is a good thing, right? I think this is a good thing that people are starting to question the confines, or rather the cages that they have been held in, right? And the truth is, brothers and sisters, that scarcity is an illusion. With all the tech that we have today, with all the wealth that is around today, right? They are literally, somebody said a very crazy thing, but a very real thing, right? There are people in this world that could give each one of us $1 million. They are. But again, money doesn't work like that. Money works on scarcity, right? They call it circulation. Everything operates on scarcity, and economics in general is the study of the management of this scarcity, hence demand and supply, right? And we have to agree now or later that not all of the time that this scarcity, or demand rather, is organically grown. Sometimes it is artificially created. It is artificially created in most cases. I would say 70% it is artificially created. But because why? People are not trying to solve the problems. They have no intention of solving the problems that we have. Why? Because scarcity means wealth, accumulation of wealth, most importantly, right? That's why when we were young, we used to say, like, if everybody is a millionaire, now who's gonna work for who? Well, that's the dilemma that we find ourselves, right? And to if then scarcity is the philosophy, then who is the commodity? You know, like, people then become the commodity, right? Governments have to sometimes lower wages in order to increase the workforce and work hours, and they do these things, right? It's there in history, right? They need people to work, so they create situations, hard situations, right? Because solving the problems does not help the systems. It does not. And that's the honest truth right there, brothers and sisters. It does not. Okay? It does not. If you really think about it, it does not. Solving hunger, the home crisis, and all of this housing crisis. Yeah. It literally makes the system break down. Why? Because it operates on scarcity. It operates on scarcity. That's the genuine truth, right? And not that in reality there is scarcity of anything. Okay, there is no scarcity of literally anything. This entire world can be fed 3 times a day, full course meal. It can. It can. But again, our so-called invisible masters are against it. So I don't know. We have to decide at one point, right? We have to decide at one point to stop serving this God called scarcity, right? Money itself, fundamentally, right? So I don't know if this turns out to be a good thing, then we'll be glad. But if it's not, then it's not. But again, it's a sovereign decision, right? They can take responsibility and take care of these people. I'm quite sure that's a few number of people, right? Rwanda is very ahead in these aspects of housing and all of this, right? If the as per the reports that I've seen are true, right? Of course, yeah. The Caribbeans have always known that they are Africans, right? And of course, we can do business out here. We can do business, right? We are still we suckled on the same breasts, they say. Yeah, there's a awakening happening slowly, slowly, because some people indeed are slow to catch up, or to catch on rather. Yes, the sovereignty of Ukraine has been hijacked, right? The sidelining of Ukraine in the negotiations is a clear sign that you are a proxy. I don't know how many signs you need to be shown in order to wake up that millions of your people died because you agreed to some idiotic ideology. That's unfortunate. You have to take responsibilities, and the people who used you as proxies are going to take responsibilities. Believe me, you. Okay, and you, the Ukrainians, are the only people that can turn this around. The Russians are in a very bad predicament. They're in a very bad predicament, right? Because the escalation levels are going higher and higher, right? meaning like there are less and less targets. What then? And from the other side, they keep escalating more and more and more, and you are caught in the crossfire. You shouldn't have been in the crossfire, but there you were. There you are. So what you gonna do about it? Are you gonna get out of the way? You can no longer trust the West. That's my opinion. You cannot trust the people that used you to fight the Russians unjustly, if I may add, for their own financial power move plays, interests, or whatever. Okay? That's just my advice. So if you keep playing the same game with the same people, then please, you'll get the same results. So there is talk about 10% or 10 whatever on oil, Russian oil. Again, well, it's like the good work that has been done dealing with the issue of diamond and diamond smuggling, right? The companies are collapsing left and right, right? And I think it's about time that with the oil, it's done the same, right? The potential for it to be weaponized has to be taken away. Has to be taken away, and it only works because there are people who have, in a sense, monopolized, right? Countries like Iran, you should export your refinery technology to other places, right? To cut off, right? Even though they might block you, but the system, the entire, I don't know, supply will not shake or anything, right? Because this is only a play against Iran mostly and Russia, right? Don't think that Iran is not in this statement. It is there. When you talk about oil, we cannot leave out Iran, can we? So I'm just saying, Russia and Ukraine, Russia and Iran. We in East Africa here need that technology. We need that technology. That will take the crosshairs off you, if you think about it. So in a way, you're helping us, and in a way, you're helping yourself, because they will no longer have this button that they can press so as to put pressure on us when it comes to energy supply, right? Let the Europeans deal with their madness and whatever they're doing over there, right? Because they have had opportunities to act in a sensible manner so many times, but again, here we are, right? So again, once a snake, always a snake, right? That's what about he just think now the fires cool down just because he has come out here and say we recognize the state of Palestine. No, we don't need your freaking statements. This is not what is needed right now. What is needed right now is food, medicine, and shelter and clothing. That's what is needed right now, not your recognition. All right? I mean, seriously. Freaking seriously. Eh? And Captain Obvious here. What are you going to do about it? You as a Mossad. What are you going to do about it? Because if you launch this final supposed attack, this decapitation attack that you are planning, as per your reaction to my last video, yeah, good luck with that. Anyway, let me not go on for long. Prince Easy signing out. Love you. Bye.